Hello UiPath experts, welcome to the UiPath.learner channels. Thanks for subscribing my channel. So if you not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Today we will see a small interesting topic. Okay, so this is my orchestrator. Here is the robots. So I have three robots. So one is this one and the queues, and one more thing is like a processes. Just see the processes. So I have two processes. Okay, so let me minimize this one, and this is my UI robot assistant. This assistant has the two processes are there. Okay, let me minimize. So what we can do, so actually, so the process basically the process, this one, the Google City. Okay, Google City process, the process what it is doing, so it will just open the my desktop. There is a Google City is there, so it has all the city names. So basically it will open the Chrome and do all the search and fill all the information. That is the purpose of that Google search. So you saw, right? So there's two more three robots in my orchestrator. Okay, so and what I'm doing, so I'm just showing one small magic. I'm just running the run, type the notepad. I'm just opening the simple notepad. Okay, see the magic. So whether the notepad is this notepad, let us so this notepad is now onwards, it is a chatbot. Yeah, hello, it's a chatbot, man. See, I just say hello, so it is saying the chatbot is picking up and it is saying the hello boss, tell me. So how are you, chatbot? So how are you? I just type the how are you, so it is saying that, so hello boss, I'm doing good. I'm doing great, sir. So how are you doing? So yeah, I'm good, chatbot. That's great. Okay, so that is typing. So I want to see all the processes which is available in my orchestrator. So let's ask in the notepad, show me all processes. Show me all processes. Okay, it's connecting. Okay, so it's fetching the processes from orchestrator. So we have two processes. The second process name is Google city, right? So there is a number is a 2. So we will run the second process. So basically the second process, what it will do is it will just open that Chrome, okay, and type all the information. So let's run the run process number 2. Okay, we can choose the process. So it is asking us to choose the process. So I choose in the process 2. So but still see, so once we choose the process, it is showing all the robots listed. Okay, so all the robots and the robot type and the robot ID. So it is asking us to choose the one robot to run. So where to run? So okay, ready. So you're just asking to run the process, but where to run? Which robot it has to run? So, okay, robot number 3. Okay, so let us try to running the process number 2, Google City, and it is just see how it is whether it will run. So let me open it is triggered or not. So I see, so Google City is triggered. Perfect. Okay, so we ran the process. We ran the process from not only from the orchestrator, we can run from the notepad. Is it? Can we run the process from the notepad? It's not directly. So what I am saying is, this is a small magic kind of things. Okay, so not only run your process or show all the robots from the notepad, you can run the processes from anywhere. It's not like a only into the assistant. It's not like a only from the what is that? So orchestrator jobs or schedules. Okay, so you can run from any third-party applications. Okay, so that Notepad is just I created a small project. So the robot, the triggering robot. Okay, so it's like you have a agent process improvement, right? So once you open the UiPath Studio, so the process, there is a template called trigger robot improvement process. That robot improvement process I created, and so I have used the APIs. So just see here. So here I am typing. So this is a one answer, right? So these answers are based on the questions. So where is the questions and answers? So I created one Q&A. Where is the Q&A? Run Pro. This is a Q&A. Okay, question and answers. Okay, so question answers. So I created the question answers session. So based on the questions which user ask in the Notepad, the answer will display by the robot. Okay, and what about this one? So what about this one? So if we type the run all process, let me explain the whole code. Here the one agent process improvement is executing. This is the agent process improvement. So initially, so I will explain the code one step by step. Okay, so this is a first we are just authenticating authorization token. So just we have a API. So what I am saying is you can run the process, you can see the orchestrator processes queues and so anything you can do from the orchestrator from anywhere by using the APIs, Orchestrator APIs. This is a really amazing thing, RPA, Orchestrator, UiPath Orchestrator APIs. Okay, so what you have to learn just simple things. How can you use the APIs? Right now I use I consume the APIs from the UiPath Studio itself. Normally you can just consume the APIs from the Chatbot or consume the APIs from the anywhere like a JavaScript or Java, .NET, C#, .NET or any place here. So you can just run the processes, consume the API and retrieve all the values, so all the data from the orchestrator, from the PowerShell also. Okay, Python, anything. Okay, so the thing is, so where to use, how to use, and what is the magic you want to do. So that is depending on your thoughts. Okay, so this is just let me explain the step by step what I did. So if you have time, just just listen here. So otherwise you can just close this video and go for your work. So this is just explaining how I'm going to explain. So what I done. This is a small things. It's not. I'm not using that. That's why I just mentioned here. So Notepad is not a chatbot. Okay, so it's not a chatbot. It is a just dummy chatbot. Okay, so it's not actual chatbot. Okay, but it is doing like a chatbot. So how to run for process from the Notepad? So first authentication. So you have to keep all the so token. So this is a token. So this is a client ID and user key. So you can get the client ID user key from the. So what is the client ID and the user key? So this is a HTML. I will explain detailed in the description. You can go to that description. Okay, platform.uipath.com. Here in the services, so you can see in these three dots, so click on the APIs, so you can see that client ID and user ID. The refresh token is called user key. So here is a user key. This is a user key and this is a client ID. That's what the body is. Body is this one. See, body is this one. So, okay, and body is the body is a JSON format, and then so I taken the result authentication as a one variable. Say. Status code is a variable. So what is the headers? The headers is like a content type is a application JSON, and the tenant. The tenant is also a here you have to copy the tenant from here. Okay, so in the UiPath Orchestrator. So once you HTTP request is there. So if you don't find any HTTP request, so activity from the activities panel, you just go to the manage packages and type the this is a package you have to install, UiPath.web.activities. Just install into your studio. So once the result is coming, this result at is like a JSON format, JSON string. So you have to convert that JSON string into the JSON objects. Okay, so once you convert that into the JSON objects, I created the dictionary dict process dictionary and access codes. This access code is from the dictionary, so you can get the access code. We need the access code to further information to get the processes and get the robots, these things and all. And I read all the values from the Q&A sessions and load into the dict QA. That is a string key and value pair. Okay, so this strings I loaded. So basically, so in this part what I done, so this is basically the filling all the this dict key. Okay, so this is a monitor events where whenever I click on the enter button in the notepad, so it will handle this element handler. This element handler, what we did, so we just get the information from the notepad, all the information from the notepad, and split by using the new line. And so that is all lines. So and take the last line. Last line is a question, right? The last word is a line is a question. Okay. So and we are checking whether this dictionary that Excel has questions, right? That Excel has this question or not. If this question is there, it will go here. If this question is not there, it will go here. Okay. If this question is there, then it will type that particular answer. That's just type the particular answer. So once it is typed the particular answer, so if any question is having the show me all process kind of thing, that question has a show me all processes. Again, we just call like a one release, just getting the release. This is a get process, the get method, and this is a basically the endpoint for that release. The releases means it is a list of processes. Okay, so what is this and what is this? These two will change for you, or go to the same place, and this is a account logical name and tenant logical name. Just click on the copy and paste here, account logical name, tenant log. So you can remember A is the first, right? In alphabets A is the first, right? That's the account is the first and tenant is the next. Okay, that is a key. That's basically the endpoint. After that, so you have to provide only the headers. The headers is like a authorizations, the barriers. So just keep the space here, and access code. So with this access code we get from the output of the authentication, the initial HTTP request. Okay, so the next one is a tenant name. Anyway, tenant name you are copying from this one, tenant name. Okay, and authorization, so organizational unit. So UiPath X UiPath organizational unit. This is a codes where you can get this code. So you just go to your services. So once you go to the services from the Orchestrator, so in the URL you can find that FID. The FID is a folder ID. So basically the folder default folder ID. So if you have a different folder, so you can get that folder ID from. This is a folder ID. This is my folder ID. So that's what you can get this folder FID. Okay, copy that FID here. And so once that is done, so the result will store in the result release and status code. So again, there is a process dictionary I created. So just it is an empty dictionary and process key dictionary. So both are different, and the result of will store into the JSON results object. That is the objects. Okay, in the JSON result objects there is a value. The value has basically a array of all the processes. That processes array, so we're just keeping it to the J array result. Okay, J array result. This J array result. So initially we're just typing something into the that process. So we're just these are all the processes, that kind of text into the notepad, and after that in the for each row, so the J array result, this is the output of this one. Okay, output of this deselect JSON array, and that is a J array result. This is both are different. So this is a deselect JSON array. Okay, this JSON array result object dot children. So this each one is a one releases, that is a process name. So what we are doing, so we're just creating the one index, that is the index is in the for each object. So you can find the index idx idx, that is starts from the 0. So we're just increment it by 1 and display, so filling the dict process and the dict key. Dict process is only to display the processes names, and dict key is to just once they choose the key from the list. So I choose in the 2, right? So once they choose the key from the list, so it will we need the key key of that process for the to run the jobs. Okay, so once this is chosen, so it will just type the all the all the robots names, and all the process names. So once the process names is completed, so the another thing is, so if we just chosen the run process number, the number is chosen by the user, right? That's why it is starts with, it's not equal to. Okay, so runs process number, if any user type the run process number, so the last number you have to take, the last number may be anything, right? So we just taken that last word and convert that into the multiple arrays of strings and taken that array of string of the last number. Okay, so it may be a 2, it may be a 3, any process number basically. That is a global process key. The global process key is like a, so what exactly the key which the person is chosen. So the another dictionary called dict robots. So that is just to type the all the robots. This is another HTTP request, so it has this is the endpoint. Just this is again the account logical name, and this is again, what is that? So this is again that tenant logical name. So you just copy these two from the Orchestrator, so cloud. So this is a get request, and here the headers, just see the headers. Okay, in the headers you can see the barriers, they're the same thing which repeats from releases. Okay, here is a result robots and a status code. So we're just converting the same process how we done for the results. Okay, same process, retrieving the values, all the list of robots, and display all the robots into the page. So in the Notepad it will display all the robots. So once it is done, so there is another question may ask by the user from the last line in the Notepad, that is a robot number. Once this is a robot number, we have to choose then the robot number. The last word we are splitting based on the space, so that we can get the last number. Okay, last number. So this is a HTTP request is that is the last number code, the robot ID. What we need, there is two things we need to run the robot. One is a robot ID, and another one is a process key. Okay, so process key, that's why we created the two global variables called global GLB robot ID and GLB process key. So here you can see GLB process key and GLB robot ID. That is we need for the to run the process. Okay, let us see here. So the key, this is a key, the same thing. Nothing is a this is account logical name and tenant logical name. So once we done this, this is a short job. After that, what we have to do, so this, as it is a post, so it's a post, right? So we have to run the job. That is a final step. Okay, we reach the final step. Okay, so here is a body. This body, you just closely observe. So what is there in the body? So write it down. So if you have write it down, this one. So there's a sort info and release key. So release key is global key and a specific, and robot ID is called robot ID, and jobs input parameters is not we didn't have the any input parameters. And then so what the headers is a common, the address is a common. So how we are just using the for the releases, robots, and the same thing. So the tenant ID and folder ID, and this will give the results. Once we call this HTTP request, so immediately it will run. So once it is run, so let us try to execute one more time. So here, let's close this one. Let's see. Let us see. So whether this Excel has values. This Excel has values, right? So it's an earlier run. I'm just removing this Excel data, and let us see. Let us see that close this Excel and close this one. And we have two processes. So I'm just closing this one also. I'm just opening the Notepad. Okay, so just open the Notepad. So if I type the hello, it will type the hello boss. Tell me, if I type hello, how many times hello, the question is a common, answer is a common. It is defined in the Excel. So how are you? So if I type the how are you, so it will just it will just type the, so I'm doing great. So how are you doing? So I am good. So that is a question. Again, I'm good is a question. So that's great. That is the answer. So again, hello. If I type hello, so again it is the same question. Static answer. It's not chatbot. Okay, it's not chatbot. It's a static questions and answers. Okay, let me type the show me all processes. Show me all processes. So the next one is that it will go to the else condition and it will retrieve all the values. So from the orchestrator, and it will type all the processes which is published into our orchestrator. Okay, so it is API. Okay, learn API. That is an important thing. Okay, so once how many number of times if I ask the show me all processes, it will show all the processes. So now it is time to choose. So run process number 2. That's so I'm just choosing the 2, and the 1 is not working. The one you can choose 1 or 2 or 3. So currently we have only 2. So once we ask the process run the process number 2, immediately it is asking for the for us. It is asking that, so which robot you have to choose to run this process. So robot number is 3. Okay, so let's run. Okay, this is the time to execute the whole process. Now the whole process is completed. So you can see, you can just see that the robot is running now. So robot is running now. Okay, the process is running now. Okay, so this is a small thing just for fun I created. So you can just do the fun, do the just for time pass. You just do create some bots. So it's just for learning. Okay, it's not don't think that so it's not useful, these things and all. Okay, so because it's just learning in the fun way. That's it. Okay, so thanks for subscribe. Okay, so if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Okay, stay home, stay safe. Okay, thank you very much for encouraging me and supporting me. So with the comments, with your valuable comments, so I'm very pleasure to have you, all of you. So thank you very much for your great comments. Okay, so please subscribe if you not subscribe. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, bye bye. So we'll see another video so in the coming days. Okay, so and also one more thing is the magic trick revealed in the previous version of the magic trick. Okay, that is creating the assets in the folder. So once we created the files as assets, you can monitor my previous video. So it's revealed. So in my channel, so I revealed that magic trick for that asset. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye. Have a nice day.